back, guys. Thanks. Welcome to General Media Discussions with Jesse Garrard. I'm your host, Jesse Garrard. Today we have a couple of great guests from the recent Puppet-tastic production, The Kite Runner by Claude Hosseini. Will you guys come in, please? Thank you.
Hey!
I'd like to shake a hand. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Here, take a book. Take a book.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
And here's some water for you. So it's nice to meet you guys. I don't believe you've been on the show before.
I haven't either.
So what's your name?
I'm Amir.
Amir, okay, and you are?
I'm Hassan.
Hassan, thank you, okay. It's an honor. I've read the book. I've seen the play a million times. It's just great. The writer's incredible. Based on a true story, correct?
Yes,
okay.
yes. Our lives.
So, the title, The Kite Runner, what does that mean? What is The Kite Runner?
Well, first I have to explain an old Afghan tradition. We're from Afghanistan. So, in Kabul, that's the city where we grew up, we had this thing called kite fighting. We had a kite fighting tournament in the winter. So everybody would have a kite.
Wait, so kite fighting, that's kind of like just like a kite festival, like a tournament?
Well, more than just a kite festival. Everybody had a kite, and the string was covered in...
There was over 100
yes,
kites of it.
100.
They're everywhere.
And so the strings were covered in these little glass shards, sharp glass shards, and the goal was to use those to cut down the other kites.
To cut down the other kites, so it's kind of like a competition, try to be the last one standing kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. I've never heard of that before. Before I read the book. So, but doesn't it like cut you up with like the strings?
I've got scars.
Whoa,
and they're great.
well, let me see that. That's just insane, man. You must have some skill with that whole kite fighting thing. But so I understand kite fighting now. But what does that have to do with kite running? What is a kite runner?
Well, I'll let Hassan answer that one. He is the kite runner from the title.
All right. So Hassan, you're the kite runner.
Yes, I am the kite runner. So I just want to explain a little bit about what kite running is. Well, so with kite fighting, that kite tournament you see, like, there's actually two parts of it. Like, kite fighting is just half of the whole thing. Like, you have all the kites flying around, but when one finally actually does cut the other kite, that kite that is falling down, all the kids on the ground get all excited because that's their opportunity now. It's their goal. What they're doing is they're going to chase after that falling kite. Their goal is to get that kite.
Oh, the one that lost, the one that got cut.
Yes. Yes. So it's still like winning when you lose, sort of.
Oh, so it's like kind of a second chance, and it seems like that's almost for a lot of people more fun than the actual kite fighting itself.
It is, and it's actually a great honor too.
Oh.
Like it's like a trophy. The kids that get those kites, because there's tons of kids. There's less kites than kids though. So those kids who actually get the kites, those are trophies. They go and hang them up in their houses.
Yeah, but like in their bedroom and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like posters.
And they're difficult to catch because kites they don't just go.
Yeah, the wind blows them around. So, but
Hassan, he is amazing. He just it's gonna go over there, and then he goes
so
over there.
Wait, so do you follow this shadow?
No, I just sort of feel it,
Oh,
I
just,
just
you kind of know where they are.
I just know where it's gonna go.
That's such a unique skill.
And that's where the kite runner name, the title comes from, because from that ability, I was able to chase down that final kite. That final kite is the great honor. The final kite that gets cut. So
the last kite.
It is still winning. That kite, even though it got second, it didn't win that final that competition. It's still the winning kite for the runners.
Yeah. So that second last one, the one that got second place and got chopped, that's the trophy. That's the kite you want to run.
Yeah.
And you want to catch it.
Yes.
I went and I ran that kite. I ran that kite for my friend.
That's great. All right, so we have a clip from your guys' Puppet-tastic production. Tell me a little bit about that. You guys play yourselves, obviously. But what is your motivation? Why are you in this scene? What are you doing there?
Well, see, we participated in the tournament every year, and I get cut in the first hour or so, whatever. But
he gets better every year. It becomes really great.
Well, yeah. So this last year, I'm 11 or 12 or whatever.
Yeah.
This is the one I'm gonna win.
You're gonna win it.
Yes, I'm gonna win it.
Why do you want to win this so bad?
Because is my father.
Uh-huh.
He was the best at everything. He won everything. Anything he did.
He won
was
his own.
great at
He won his own kite.
I heard he even wrestled a bear before.
Oh yeah, with his bare hands. Killed
Bare
it.
hands?
Bare hands.
Oh. Sheesh.
But anyway, so I was not like my father. I didn't win anything. Terrible at sports. All I didn't want to do was sit and read, and my father didn't like that. And he wanted me to be like him.
You wanted to be a real boy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is one. I was gonna win it. I was gonna be like my dad, and he was gonna love me as his son. And so that's
why you're here, and that's why you want to win the kite fighting tournament.
yes. And we'll see what happens in the
All right,
clip.
let's watch the clip.
I'm not sure I want to fly a kite today, Hassan.
It's a beautiful day, Amir.
I don't know. Maybe we should go home.
Remember, Amir, there's no monster. Just a beautiful day.
No monster?
No monster.
Are you sure?
It's a beautiful day, isn't it?
Let's fly.
Blue kite's good.
Yeah, very good. I think I've counted 11 cuts so far.
We did it! What?
I won that kite for you.
For me?
For you, 1,000 times over.
That was the last time I ever saw Hassan smile.
Whoa. That was just it was a cool thing to watch, like this whole kite fighting tournament, but I could tell there was a lot of deeper meaning going on, a lot of symbolism with the kite fighting and the kite running at the end. It makes me want to see the play and read the book. But you said something, Hassan, at the end. For you, 1,000 times over, you were gonna run this kite for Amir. Why did you say that? What does that mean?
Well, for me, Amir was my best friend. He was my only friend. He like, you know, I'd do anything for him. Like, I would.
Well, see, Hassan, he would do anything for me. He was the best friend anyone could ever have. Me, on the other hand, he says I was his friend. I really wasn't. I was a terrible friend.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
But see, he said for you 1,000 times over, and after he got the kite, I went looking for him so I could get my kite, my prize. And
yeah, the prize. He ran for it, so you could finally make your Baba proud, your dad.
Yes. But Hassan had some enemies and some children that didn't like him. And
some of your not really friends, but some of your peers went to school with you guys.
And when he got the kite, a terrible misfortune happened upon Hassan that I could have prevented. I should have, but I didn't.
And
my failing as a friend.
Yeah. And it tortured you for the rest of your life.
Yes, it did.
Well, I think the people out there, they'll just have to watch that for themselves.
Yes, or read the book.
It really is a great book. But we have another guest for you guys. His name is Sohrab. I'd like to welcome him to the show. Sohrab, will you come in here, please? Thank you. Nice to meet you.
It's great being here.
You can take a seat. Here's a book for you.
Awesome.
All right. So I'm just gonna look at my notes here. Your name is Sohrab. That's kind of an odd name, even for an Afghan. Where does that come from?
Well, you see, my father named me after a hero of his from a story. So Sohrab was
a warrior.
Sohrab was a warrior, and my father he absolutely loved the story.
Where did your father hear that story?
Well, back when my father and Amir were children, Amir would read it to him 'cause he couldn't read, and he would beg him to read it constantly. He says.
Yeah. Okay. So cool. So that's your name, and so he's your dad, but he ends up not making it. He passes away, and so Amir comes to adopt you, take you in as his own. So I don't know. What did you feel?
I lived with the weight of my lack of action when I was 12. Lived with that all my life, and when I heard about Sohrab's situation, he was an orphan. I thought, hey, I could go save Sohrab and make my amends that way. And
Finally
so
get some peace of mind.
yes, and we have another clip.
Yeah, we do have another clip.
In that next clip is where I figure out how I can be to Sohrab what Hassan was to me, a loyal friend.
And this is when you finally connect together and you're willing to live together.
Yes.
All right.
It was quite wonderful.
So let's watch this clip. It's from towards the end of the play, and it's after you've grown up.
Yes.
You've passed on, as we stated. All right. So here we go.
Hey Sohrab, you want to help me fly this kite? I can fly it alone. Hey, you know that the Chinese use kites to fish? It's pretty neat. Ooh, look, another kite. I'll have to take this one out. You want to help me? Okay, I'll show you one of your dad's favorite tricks. Want me to run that kite for you? For you, 1,000 times.
Wow. So that just it hits you right in here. But I think I heard something in there. It was the quote we talked about from before. For you, 1,000 times over, except for you said it this time.
Yes.
Well, I don't understand. Why did you say that?
Well, see, like I said before, I was becoming to Sohrab what Hassan was to me, and in that moment, it was like I was Hassan's role, and it was like a flashback, and we'd changed places, so I said what Hassan did, or what Hassan said, for you 1,000 times over, as I was about to do what Hassan had done to go run the kite.
Kind of a little bit of irony in your life, but not bad irony. It's kind of cathartic.
Yeah.
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 Hey, which
Catharsis.
cup was mine? I lost track.
I don't know.
David, you.
Tastes like spit.
Sorry.
Okay.
I interrupted. Please continue.
Anyway. So.
So Rob, why don't you
Yeah.
mind if I commandeer?
Oh no, go ahead.
I think the viewers will. I think they want to know how you got to be where you are.
Well, you see, when I was a child, I ended up in an orphanage. After his wife's death, my mom and dad.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up in an orphanage, and I was passed back and forth between many until one day, the Taliban actually came, and they come regularly to take a child. But for some reason, they picked me, and well, I was their slave for a while until Amir came and saved me. It was really quite amazing.
Yeah.
That.
Well, it's like when we were talking before backstage, before the show started, you were telling me about when you were getting ready for the play. You were reading the book, and you just couldn't help but be amazed at Khaled Hosseini, the author, his style and his writing, and how much he said with what words he used. But
Yeah.
Can you expound on that?
Yeah, just the style of the script here.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. If you guys want to turn with me
Okay.
to it's about chapter 22,
22.
maybe pages 280, 281. Your copies might not be the same.
And all of you at home, if you have a copy, feel free to follow along with us. Page about 280, 281,
Chapter 22.
chapter 22.
Yes, but it's just amazing how I think what the author did is, up to this point, there's been all these little plot holes, unanswered questions that the reader's been wondering about, and it's at this point, a lot of them are answered, but it's the way the author did it that I love. You see, he did it through a dialogue between two of the characters. I thought that was great, and just the way he revealed, bit by bit.
And
was
but
all just-
there's kind of a bit of a subtext going on where they're using this dialogue, but a lot of the meaning comes from what they're not saying. And kind of the meaning
the
associated.
thoughts of the characters
Mhm.
as well. And there's a lot of description. Like
Yeah, go ahead.
there's a passage here I particularly like. It's just the thoughts of the character, but it really makes it feel like you're there. Like you can put yourself in his shoes. Like he says here, he's feeling very nervous at this point, sitting in front of the Talib man.
The Taliban. Yeah, the
Tongue
Taliban man.
twister. Tongue twister. It says, I tried to take a breath and couldn't. I tried to blink and couldn't. The moment felt so surreal. No, not surreal, absurd. It had knocked the breath out of me and brought the world around me to a standstill. My face was burning. But he was here in the flesh, sitting less than 10 feet in front of me, all these years. That's kind of the big reveal of the plot, too. I'm not going to give that away.
You guys have to read the rest on your own.
You're going to have to go read it.
But yeah, that
I feel like I'm there. Like, that's me.
I feel like I'm back right there.
In that
That's
moment.
exactly what I was feeling at that moment. The author just captures that so well.
Okay, well, you know what? I think we've all learned a lot. We've seen clips from this great Puppet-tastic production, guys. Their stuff is great. They are currently accepting donations for the next short production, and also read Khaled Hosseini's book, The Kite Runner, and just enjoy it and have your eyes open. So I'd like to thank you guys. Thank you guys for coming. And
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you
so much.
It's been great.
Yeah.
It's been great.
All right. Don't die on me again.
I'll try not to.
All right. Good night.
I need more water.